without interruption. Here is the other side of the coin. Roll the video.
Buck Angel was born female, but even as a child, he always felt like a boy. He barely made it through a tumultuous youth that included being a star track runner and even a high-fashion model. But his distress over the conflict between his inner and outer selves led to drug and alcohol abuse. Since his sex change, Buck has found peace and happiness by being finally able to live as the man he always felt himself to be. He parlayed his confidence and openness into pioneering a new genre in the adult entertainment industry. Since then, diverse audiences throughout the world have been enlightened and entertained by Buck's candid and charismatic personality.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. You take that as a compliment.
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely.
When I take, I'm looking, I'm trying to find a woman here.
Oh, you won't see a woman here.
Don't see a woman?
No, I'm definitely a man. I chose to keep my, female parts.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm comfortable with myself. That it's important for me to show people that there are guys like me out here.
I came to the UK, came to London, and things were rolling, but I was still in the mindset of Buck, and they're trying to make me Susan the fashion model, so I'm fighting that.
In the 80s, when that androgynous look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was very much the forefront of that particular part of the fashion industry.
And the doctor said, yes, this is what I'm diagnosing, you are transsexual, we can start with some testosterone jabs.
Yeah, wow, it was just the most powerful feeling of my life. Like, I knew that, I honestly felt to myself like either I'm going to kill myself or I'm going to have a sex change. Those were the only options I had in life.
But you didn't want to go the whole way. You didn't, you
Actually, I did want to go the whole way, but I did a lot of research, as I did with my chest surgery. I did a research because I wanted everything to be perfect.
My vision of who I wanted to be is exactly what you see right here. It's kind of incredible that I actually am finally who I am. It's just this most incredible feeling to have a picture in your head of who you want to look and be like and be able to achieve that.
Buck Angel! This is amazing. So you must work out a lot.
I work out a lot.
Yes?
And a lot of testosterone.
Testosterone. That does the trick as well.
Yes.
And the voice is also very masculine.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've invented a whole new genre of porn.
Transsexual Performer of the Year.
I am going to be the king of the genre.
You are. Today you are.
I am. I'm going to be the king of the genre. And forever people are going to talk.
People are very focused on genitals, and when they hear that Buck has female genitals, they often want to categorize him as female. But his heart, his mind, his soul, and 99% of his body are male.
My parents call me their son, they treat me as their son. My dad said one time, his buddy called him and said, so what's up with your 3 daughters? My dad's all, I don't have 3 daughters, I have 2 daughters and a son.
So Buck, come on out here.
Thank you, sir.
Carry on.
Well, today I really want to challenge what you think makes a man and what you think makes a woman. You just saw an amazingly beautiful woman sitting right here who happens to have a penis. And I consider myself a pretty macho, muscular, hardcore man's man, because that's how I always wanted to look and be. But I have a vagina. And vagina is a word that a lot of people really get very upset about for some reason, as if vagina is a dirty word, or vagina is something that is not masculine. But I refuse to believe that. I really believe that this part of my body is not what makes me a man. And I think it's really important for the world to understand that genitals are not what makes you, whether that's a woman or a man or gay or straight or bisexual or all these things that everyone has always been told that's the way it is. And I get sort of a little bit emotional about it because I feel like I've always been told, you can't be a man. You are not a man. That's just the way it is. You will never be a man until you get that penis. And, for many years, I wanted to have that penis more than anything. It's like, gosh, the penis is going to make me that man. I'm going to be John Holmes. I'm going to be, all the women are going to want me. I'm going to have so much sex because I'm going to have this penis, And this research that I did and all this, incredible research I did on the penis because, there are doctors out there who really want to make this penis work. But when I did this research and I looked for a year at least, I did this research and I found the most horrifying pictures I could ever imagine that were supposed to be a penis. And I'm thinking to myself, but wait a minute, that's not the penis that I've always seen. I've always seen these really nice looking penises. I like penis. I think it's cool and I think it's hot and sexy. And that's what I wanted. But I'm seeing things that look like scarred and, from my research, you take a tendon out of your arm and you take stuff off of your back and you mold it into this thing that's, a penis. You don't get an erection. You have to stick a stick in it to be able to have sex. Can you imagine, gonna have sex and, pardon me for 1 second, while I stick the stick inside? That ruins the whole moment, as far as I'm concerned. So, going and looking, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not gonna get an erection, I'm not gonna be able to have urination through it. We all wanna stand up and pee, even girls wanna stand up and pee. Believe me, they're all jealous of the fact that you guys can stand up and pee. But I taught myself how to do it, so I can do it now. But, getting back to the point. So after that research and realizing that, okay, the deciding factor for me, you're gonna have a 50% chance of losing your orgasm. What? I can't lose my orgasm. Even though I didn't really like my body, I really enjoyed having sex. I really enjoyed having orgasms, and I really enjoyed that part of my body. Even prior to my sex change, I enjoyed sex. So that's it for me. That was the deciding factor for me. How can I want to spend, on top of it, $70,000 US to have a penis? To me, I would rather have a monster truck. That could be my penis. I'll tell you what, I'll get way more chicks with a monster truck than I ever will with that penis. So, I know it's really funny and crazy, but at the same time, it's really sad. I thought it's really sad that this is the thing that's gonna make me a man. And it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I had to stop and just think to myself, how am I gonna present to the world what I always wanted to present, which was a man? Then I thought, you know what? I went through a really horrible part of my life, most of my life. My childhood was pretty okay because I was a tomboy and people accept that and it's totally cool. But my teens were horrific. My early adulthood was horrific because I had to endure teasing and not fitting in and being a tomboy and being 20 years old and not having sex and not having a boyfriend and not having these things because I felt like a boy and people didn't know how to deal with it. And being alienated from life most of my life and feeling so bad about myself that I started doing drugs and alcohol to dull the pain and just be completely disconnected with life, disconnected with the way that everyone out here possibly enjoys life. And it's like I missed out on so much of my life because I never felt whole. I never felt like you were gonna accept me and you were gonna tell me, you know what, Buck, you're totally okay. It's cool. It's not a problem that you feel like a guy and you're a girl. That wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. So when I realized that, I'm not going to get that penis, and it's not going to, and I'm not going to change. I'm not going to make the world tell me, cool, Buck, now you got the penis. Now you're fully a dude. It's completely okay. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna change your mind? But you know what? It was like a light bulb went on in my head, and I said, why do I care so much what you tell me I have to be? Why? Why do we all care what other people think about us? Why do we all care whether or not you're gonna tell me I'm okay? That was like this weird, it was like this weird, amazing epiphany, or this like, you know, like, wow, what a thought. What a thought not to care what people think about you, right? Think about it. You don't care what people think about you, what kind of clothes you wear, where you go to the restroom, what kind of friends you have, who you love, who you want to have sex with. We all care about the way people tell us how we have to be. When I realized I don't care anymore, I don't care. That's it. It was like, I don't care. I have a vagina. You know what? My vagina is awesome. And even guys know vagina is awesome, so don't try it. I know. So, you know, it's kind of weird. I did get into the adult entertainment business, but that was never my goal. My goal after I felt comfortable with myself, was not to say, you know what, now I'm gonna do porn. It didn't happen that way. Quite funny, some people think that. Some people think, did you have a sex change to become a porn star? Wow, people really say that. Like, that's crazy. No, I did not have a sex change to become a porn star. It sort of fell into place along with the fact that I was becoming so comfortable with myself. Wow, to have always hated your body, to have always hated who you were, and to one day love who you are is, I cannot express to you the joy and the satisfaction you get from being accepting of yourself and others accepting you. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So with my acceptance, and as I'm growing my body, and my body's changing from the testosterone and working out, and really, you know, because my vision of what a man was is my vision. What you see here isn't necessarily what the whole world or what other transsexual men are. It's my vision of how I want to be, and my vision of what I thought a man is, and that the kind of man that I always envisioned myself to be was a big, the tattoos were from before. It was more this muscular kind of, I wanted to be able to take my shirt off, and I wanted people just to be like, never in a million years would they know that I was born female. That was my goal. So I thought, I'm being comfortable with my body, and I was working in the adult entertainment business behind the camera, and then one day it just came to me, wow, transsexual women porn is huge. It's like the number 2 most selling porn in the adult entertainment business. How is there possibly not a man like me in the adult entertainment world? Never. How is that possible? Think about it, you guys. There's balloon porn, there's smoking porn, there's gum chewing porn, there's foot fetish. Go look up any kind of porn. There's never been a man with a vagina in the adult entertainment business. I thought, wow, what a concept, right? I'm gonna invent something new because I'm okay with myself. I hesitated a little bit when I first wanted to do it. But my wife, she said, you know what, Buck? Do it. It's never been done before. If it makes you feel good and you feel comfortable with yourself, do it. I did it, and it was like, whoa, what am I doing here? This is totally crazy. But once I started doing it, it just started to go, and I started to feel more comfortable with myself, and I started to get this amazing feedback from people saying, that is hot, that is sexy, that is crazy, I've never seen anything like that. Wow. Guess who my number 1 consumer of my product was? This will blow your mind. Gay men. Now, how is that possible? I thought gay men hated vagina. Right? Well, I guess not. Goes to show you how amazingly wide open sexuality is. Now I'm like stuck with another situation here. Wait a minute, Buck. Your work is more than pornography. It's more than that. It was like I did not intend for anything other than to make porn when I started making my porn. Just because I wanted to do it and I really felt comfortable doing it and it was cool and I enjoy the adult entertainment business. I'm very sex positive and I'm very sex worker positive. I know we had another speaker who's not, and that's totally okay. But for me, I am, and I believe that the sex industry is a very positive industry for women. I know lots of women. I have tons of women friends who are very, very level-headed. The sex industry has done wonders for them, and they're in complete control of what they do. There's a lot of myths about the sex industry that you hear, that it's scummy, that it's drug, that people don't have control of it. That's not true. That's totally not true. Lots of people in the industry have control of what they do, and I have control of what I do. All of a sudden, I'm realizing people are more interested in what I have to say than pornography. I have fans from all over the world, grandmas, grandpas, writing me saying, wow, Buck, that's amazing. I don't watch your porn, but I think what you do is really phenomenal, and you're changing the face of the world. You're changing what gender is. You're saying, basically, what's between my legs does not define who I am. That's exactly what I'm doing. And the fact that these people were open to what I was saying made me think to myself, you know what? I have more to say than porn. I love the porn business. It's awesome. It's done wonders for me, but it stops there. People have a lot of weirdness about the adult industry. So I thought, I have to take my message to the next level. I have to take it to where people like you, possibly you watch porn, I don't know, and I don't really care, but a lot of people have issues about talking about the fact that they watch porn. So I wouldn't be able to be standing here if I was just saying my work is just about porn. It's not. It's more about the fact that you need to take all the notions and all what you've been taught your whole life about what makes a man and what makes a woman. And once you do that, you will understand that there's so many people out there like me and like Nina and like lots of other people who don't fit into this box of what we've always been told. What makes you? Okay, what if I was a biological man and I got into an accident and my penis got cut off? Now what? That's the one question I always ask men who write me hate mail that say, you're a woman, you'll always be a woman no matter what, you have a vagina, I haven't had a hysterectomy. So pretty much from the waist down, you could say I'm female, right? Because I haven't had a hysterectomy, so I still have all my reproductive and all of that stuff. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. So I say, but wait a minute, dude, what if? What if you were in an accident and your penis got cut off? Are you no longer a man? And that's the one thing that I always get the point across to these men. Because it's mostly men who seem to have the hardest and the most resistance towards me and my vagina. Women don't tend to be so. Maybe it's because we're bonding with our vaginas. I don't really know. Or we understand more about the vagina thing. But once I say if your penis gets cut off, are you no longer a man? Immediately, their whole energy changes. And you know what? They're like, you know what? You're totally right. No, I'm not. Because you know what? What makes you a man or what makes you a woman is here. Totally here. Everything about you is here. If you don't even want to say you're a man or woman, who cares? We're so hooked on this male and female thing. It's like, it doesn't really matter. Just be who you are. Be comfortable in front of the world. Love life. Because life is short. Life is short. You can't even imagine how short it is. The fact that I had to waste 28 years of my life worrying about what the world thought of me and that I was never going to be happy is never going to happen again. And I really want the world and people to understand that you don't have to conform to the way society tells you to conform. Tell them, screw you. I am who I am, whether you like it or not. Now, I've decided education is the way for me to go. I'm going to educate the world, and I'm going to tell them, and I'm going to get little kids to feel okay about themselves. So I also started doing public health service messages, and this is one of the new PSAs that I just did for trans men. Thanks, Doc. Hi, I'm Buck Angel, and for men like me, gynecological problems are still a reality. Early detection is critical, and having your plumbing checked regularly is a simple thing to do. Be proud and be smart. Make an appointment with your gynecologist today or contact your local LGBTQ center for a referral. Remember, own it, use it, or lose it.
So, Buck, do you still menstruate?
Good question.
Good question.
No, after testosterone, everything stopped.
Stops.
Yep, thank God.
And you like to have sex with men?
No, I have sex with men and women. I'm married to a woman,
Right.
but my films basically are more with men, yes, because that's my customer base. They want to see me with men.
So, is there any possibility that you might get pregnant?
No, well, I mean, if I stopped taking testosterone, I would start menstruating again, yes. And if that happened, obviously, yes, I could get pregnant.
So
that's never going to happen.
You've got to keep taking massive amounts of testosterone.
I don't know about massive, but yeah, I have to shoot myself every week because I don't have testicles, so I don't produce testosterone. So for the rest of my life, I have to shoot the testosterone, yes.
An extraordinary story, and I must say for both you and Nina, extraordinary courage.
Thank
really.
you, sir. I appreciate it
Thank
very
you.
much.
Let's get a picture. Yep.
Oh. Thank you, Bob.